Now, why am I sharing this morning? Well, I think it ties directly to what we're going to be looking at here in Romans 3. And it begins by reminding us on this familiar road of faith that all have fallen, all have sinned, all have this same quiet drift towards self-reliance. I can do it, Lord. I'm going to try harder next time. I will make sure that I fix this, and then we'll be right, God, right? But as we look at Romans 3, we begin to realize it doesn't work that way. All are invited to wake up again to the grace of God and what it means to keep walking in step with Him. That leads us to our first point this morning. Familiar faith can quietly turn into a silent level of self-confidence. Like, I've got this. I know the patterns. I know the things that I should do. And so you end up kind of putting it in cruise control. I remember a number of years ago hearing a story with this idea of cruise control, or in some of the bigger rigs, like motorhomes, they call it autopilot. Big mistake. There was a story of an older couple who had bought their dream motorhome, and they were out on one of the maiden voyages, and the gentleman, as he's driving, what happens when you drive for a little while? He needed to use the restroom. Well, I've got one in the back. And so he put it on autopilot and got up and went to use the restroom. It didn't end so well. I mean, they were okay, but the motorhome was a total loss because there's no autopilot. This was before the smart cars, right? And so it drove off the road. All it did was set the right speed. The same thing can happen to us in our faith journey, friends. When we walk with God, we become familiar, but sometimes in that cadence of life, we begin to rely upon our own abilities, our own patterns, rather than on the grace of God.